Hi everyone, welcome to this special look at India's incredible wealth surge. 2025 is ending, and India is powering ahead as the world's fastest growing major economy. With GDP growth hitting 8% plus in recent quarters, booming private wealth, and millions of new high net worth families. But global lives, cross-border investments, and strict transparency rules like CRS bring real complexity. That's why private placement life insurance inside expanded worldwide planning, PPLI in EWP, is the smart, compliant way forward for resilient, tax-efficient legacy building. Let's get started. Your future wealth starts here.
Introduction. India's rise and the global wealth shift. India in 2025 is not just growing, it is transforming the global economic landscape. With GDP growth consistently above 6%, a booming digital economy, and a young, ambitious population, India has become the world's fastest growing major economy. Private wealth is expanding at unprecedented speed, and families are increasingly global in their lifestyles, investments, and aspirations. This surge in wealth brings opportunity, but also complexity. Cross-border lives mean exposure to multiple tax regimes, reporting requirements, and succession challenges. Since the 2008 global financial crisis, transparency has become the rule, not the exception. FTCA, CRS, and other international frameworks have reshaped how wealth must be structured. In this new environment, private placement life insurance, PPLI, when integrated into expanded worldwide planning, EWP, offers a compliant, flexible, and powerful solution. At EWP Financial, we see PPLI inside EWP as the cornerstone of resilient wealth planning for families navigating India's rise and the broader global shift toward transparency. The transparency era. Lessons from 2008. The 2008 global financial crisis was more than a market shock. It was a turning point in regulation. Governments worldwide responded with stricter disclosure rules, anti-money laundering measures, and tax transparency initiatives. For wealthy families, the implications were clear. Opaque structures became liabilities. Offshore accounts and complex trusts without clear reporting pathways attracted scrutiny. The need for compliant, disclosure-ready solutions grew urgent. Insurance-based planning, particularly PPLI, emerged as a favored tool. By combining investment flexibility with the regulatory clarity of an insurance policy, PPLI offered a way to preserve wealth while meeting new transparency standards. EWP expanded this concept, creating a holistic framework that anticipates global rules and integrates them into long-term planning. India's wealth moment. Opportunity and challenge. India's economy is projected to quadruple by 2042, with private wealth creation leading the charge. Family offices, founders, and next-generation entrepreneurs are driving this growth. Yet, as wealth globalizes, challenges multiply. Cross-border exposure, children studying abroad, investments in foreign markets, and dual residencies create tax complexity. Succession planning. Intergenerational wealth transfer requires structures that balance control, liquidity, and compliance. Regulatory friction. India's evolving tax and reporting rules must align with global frameworks like CRS. This is where PPLI inside EWP becomes indispensable. It provides a compliant, flexible wrapper for diverse assets, while EWP ensures governance, reporting, and cross-border coherence. What PPLI offers: tax-efficient accumulation. Investment growth inside a PPLI policy can be deferred or sheltered, supporting long-term compounding. Investment flexibility. PPLI accommodates alternative assets, private equity, hedge funds, real estate, within a regulated insurance structure. Estate liquidity. Policy benefits provide liquidity at death, avoiding distressed sales of core holdings. Portability. PPLI policies can adapt across jurisdictions, critical for families with global footprints. What EWP adds: cross-border coherence. EWP designs the entire structure, entities, accounts, trusts, insurance, around transparency rules, governance, regular reviews, beneficiary updates, and jurisdiction checks ensure resilience. Alignment with India's rise. As Indian wealth globalizes, EWP bridges domestic growth with offshore realities. Together, PPLI and EWP convert complexity into clarity, turning growth into durable, compliant wealth. Practical use cases. Founder diversification. A tech founder places private holdings into PPLI, managing concentration risk while deferring tax on growth. EWP ensures reporting and succession planning. Next-gen mobility. Children studying abroad create tax residency exposure. EWP coordinates jurisdictions, while PPLI maintains continuity of investment and benefits. Estate liquidity. Policy benefits fund buy-sell agreements or estate taxes, avoiding forced asset sales. Philanthropy. EWP ties PPLI to mission-aligned giving, aligning capital with family values across borders. What families should do now: audit structures, map current entities, accounts, and policies against reporting obligations. Model PPLI inside EWP. Compare after-tax compounding and governance outcomes versus current setups. Stage implementation. Begin with core holdings and cash flow assets, then phase in alternatives. Institutionalize governance. Treat policy reviews and jurisdiction checks as business processes. Conclusion. From momentum to legacy, India's rise is a tailwind and a test. Wealth creation without structure breeds fragility. In the transparency era, families need solutions that are both compliant and resilient. PPLI inside EWP is that solution. It transforms growth into durable, transparent wealth, ensuring that today's momentum becomes tomorrow's legacy. At EWP Financial, we believe the future of wealth planning lies in combining innovation with compliance. India's story is proof. When opportunity meets structure, families thrive across generations and borders. Contact us.
To learn more about tax savings, asset protection, privacy, and simplified reporting, go to ewp-financial.com.